Welcome back. Some of you fine folks might remember the stock installation if you watched that video on the Huben GK1 here. Again, this is Huben Shorty 25 cal GK1. I've got a few accessories today to add to this. Certainly it's going to be kind of fun putting all this stuff together and then getting out there and doing a little sighting in and some target practice. So I'm looking forward to getting this thing going. A little problem though lately I've had with the Huben, and I got to do some research, and this could just end up being another video, but got a little leak. Seems to be leaking, kind of slow leak in the gun itself, and so I am able to pump it up to 30 bar, sometimes 35 depending on how high my tank's pumped up, and over time it'll drop all the way down to about 10, just lose all the air in the gun. So that's a little annoying. I'd like to get that figured out. If any of you guys in the comments have any suggestions, I did check this bleed port up here. I kind of had to tighten that a little bit after doing some work on the gun. Had a jam, had to take it all apart a little while back, and so that was leaking, and I got that fixed. I've put some aerosol leak detector on there, and it didn't seem to be leaking out of that port. So it could be leaking maybe through the barrel, I heard. A couple other places, it's hard to say, but I'm not going to worry about that too much today. We've got bigger and better things to do with you today. So easily enough, we can start with the suppressor. This is the air gun use only, it says on it, but 0 decibel suppressor. Got that not too long ago. I'm expecting a suppressor that came with the pistol as well, but it hasn't come in yet. This one actually, when I ran some testing, and you'll see a video of that, didn't really drop too much. I don't think my phone accurately reflected the initial decibel of the gun without the suppressor. It was kind of hard to see the peak on that, so it probably dropped at 10 decibels, but 0 decibels, I don't think so. Of course, that doesn't make any sense, but anyway, it does quiet it down a little bit. So, and this is rated for 177 to 30 cal. Again, this is 25 cal, so we're well within that range. This one's probably the simplest to put on, and I think there's some lubrication or something you're supposed to use, which I did not, but it seems fine. Next step would be to install. I've got this Picatinny piece here, and it essentially kind of just slides up and clips, wedges underneath on this side here. I don't know if you can see how that wedges in there, and then there is a screw on the back side that uses a 2mm, but this is a US Allen wrench, so that is pretty nice and tight on there. And then comes the scope, and I want to put this as far forward as I can. I've realized shooting this thing that my eye relief on the back side here is nice to have as far forward as you can, because your eyes got to get pretty far back from that, and the stock's really short, so I'm trying to set it back further. I did have this on here before, so I'm not trying to trick you, but I did want to move it forward, which is why I'm going ahead and shooting this video. So we'll just hand tighten those. Of course, on Amazon I picked up these mounts that have Picatinny on 3 sides, and they attach to the Picatinny at the bottom. So they're pretty versatile. You're probably wondering maybe what exactly this is for. Well, I thought, could we possibly put this on the top and shoot short range with that? So I think we can. So that would go there. And I didn't do a very good job of showing you that because the camera, I wonder if I can zoom out. Oh, it's shaky. Anyway, that's up on top. You gotta see that. So I'm going to tighten that down real quickly if I can get that to not fall off there. And it did anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to probably sight this in my shop. I've got 60 feet, so 20 yards. I'm going to probably sight the scope in for 20 yards, and I'm going to sight this in for maybe 10. So I've got some short range, quick shot stuff for that when I'm out shooting. I did notice shooting this weekend, again in this configuration, the eye relief can adjust for, you know, your optical deficiencies as a 50-some-year-old person with eye problems, but nearsightedness, farsightedness, whatever it is. And so I've, you know, adjusted this for my glasses that I can use to see far away, and then this I can see through it, so I can run through both of them. Otherwise, if I adjust this to my eyesight, then I got to put my glasses on to see this. It's kind of a bit of a pain, so just something to think about. And then finally, I've got this little Magpul sling mount, and I'll show you the sling here as soon as I get that on there. But it's a pretty cool little mount for the sling to allow you to carry this in the woods easily and effectively. And I'm going to probably stop the video and put that on without you watching, because it's hard to hold it and do it at the same time. So the sling mount ended up going in there. I wanted to put it back here, but it wouldn't quite fit. I might be able to grind it a little bit to get it in there. It hits against this back part of that mount. If I could get it in the back, it would sling a little better. But I'm going to try it and see how well that works. Actually, I think I can just grab the sling right now. So it's just a single point Magpul sling, and this is the one for the other gun. That just goes in like that, and then you've got a sling where you can sling it up along your side. That works pretty nice. This damn desk kind of creaks. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, so there it is. There's the Huben GK1 double sight option, stock silencer, and sling adapter. Everything pretty much ready to go here for now some shooting. So it should be an interesting week.